Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex. A little bit of a different video today. What I wanted to do is discuss the very recent news that Moonbro, a fellow MFF content creator, is no longer going to be making MFF content. So he's essentially quitting the game. And I put quitting in quotations. I'll explain later why I put it in quotations. But basically, in order to understand the rest of this video and my thoughts on it, you have to watch Moonbro's video first. So I highly recommend you go over to his channel. You should already be subscribed to him, honestly. He's one of the best MFF content creators. I say that knowing the irony in the fact that I'm telling you to subscribe to someone who's telling you they're not going to make MFF content anymore. But yeah, you got to go ahead and watch his video about why he's not making content anymore. It's only 11 minutes. It's very heartfelt. It's very honest. And it gives you a lot of insight into not only how MFF players feel, but also how content creators feel. And I think that's the bridge that needs to be gapped in order for the average player to understand what's going on. Because on the one hand, when you scroll through the comments of his video, I've already watched his video once. When you scroll through the comments of the video, you get like you get the normal YouTube comments like, oh, it's so sad to see you go, etc. This is a huge loss for the MFF community, blah blah blah. And that's true, that's all true. But then you also get what I like to call sort of the disconnected fan reaction, which is like, oh, don't stop making videos, or just upload when you can, or make fewer videos, make the videos you want to make. And I think that's where there seems to be quite a bit of disconnect between the fans and the content creators. And that is natural, right? Like it is different for us when you're sort of producing content as a job, or you are producing content as a job. But yeah, I wanted to address that as well because I'm in the unique position that Moonbro is in, where we do this sort of, I don't know, I don't want to speak for him as a full-time, part-time thing, but in my case, it is full-time, and it has been for 4 years now, or 3.5 years now. So yeah. Anywho, to start off the video, I think it's important to say thank you to Moonbro for all that he's done for the MFF community. He's made so many videos. He's made so much good content. And he has probably inspired a lot of other MFF creators to make content or change up their content or approach their content from a different point of view. And he's one of the few content creators who remains at a low VIP level, which is something important to note, right? As of his last video, he's only VIP 10, which in MFF terms might seem like a lot if you're 15, 16 years old, you don't have a job, you're like, wow, double digits, that guy's a millionaire. But it's really not a lot of money considering he's been uploading and playing for over 5 years, right? Like he said in his video about $1,000. $1,000 stretched out over 5 years is, and it might actually be more than 5 years. I honestly don't know if he, I don't know all the lore of Moonbro, if he's been playing since the game first came out. So it might be 7 years. But anyways, even at 5 years, that's $200 a year. That's very, very, very low for a mobile game. And I'm not making this video to praise MFF for being a cheap mobile game, and again, I put cheap in quotations because it's still expensive compared to, like, you can just buy a new game for $70. Like, I understand that, and I know all that, and I'm not here to stan or defend MFF, but the reality is, right, when you're making the content, not if you're just enjoying it as a form of entertainment, then that's part of your entertainment budget, right? But for Moonbro and for me and for other content creators, it's a mixture of entertainment and business, right? So Moonbro has to, and I've touched on this a little bit more in recent videos in my account tour video. Moonbro has to look at purchases and sort of do the math in his head and figure out, okay, if I spend this, I can make that, and if I spend that, I can make those videos, right? Those pieces of content. And so I think one of the main things that is pushing him away from the game at the moment, and honestly, it may have ironically been what pushed Godzillinator out, is that the cost to benefit ratio, or sort of the ROI, the return on investment right now in MFF is low. It's probably as low as it's ever been, except when Reforging first came out. When Reforging first came out, the ROI on Reforging was horrible because you would have to throw thousands of dollars at Reforging in order to get a good CTP, like a brilliant, or, a mighty or a brilliant, right? And since then, they've improved the odds, but it's still horrible. And largely, that's why I stay away from that aspect of the game, because I'm running the channel as a business, and I'm not the type like other content creators that you might know from other games who spend more to make more. That's not my approach. I know I'm VIP 20, so it might sound like I'm being sarcastic, but it's really not my approach to spend more to make more. I sort of straddle the line between spending to make videos and spending for my own fun. And Moonbro touches on this in his video as well, where he thinks that some mobile content creators just hide their gambling addictions behind the justification of, oh, I'm doing this for the channel. And I think that's absolutely true. And I think even I'm guilty of that to a small degree. I would say probably only 5% of my purchases, somewhere in that range, have been sort of a sort of thinly veiled disguise for what I felt was just buying more power because I want it to be stronger. But I've shown a lot of restraint lately, right? Like, I could be buying these packs. I'm still making enough money to justify it, right? I'm still not spending more than 20% of what I earn monthly, but I don't want to. And so in that small way, I think Moonbro and I are definitely aligned in our thinking, right? He doesn't want to spend the money, the hundreds of dollars it takes to tier 4 these characters, right? He only has 2 tier 4s. I only have 4, right? I have double as many as him, but I probably spend more than double what he spends a month, and I have been for years, and it's noticed by the fact that I'm VIP 20 and he's VIP 10, and still I don't want to buy them, right? So if he doesn't want to buy them and I don't want to buy them, then that sends a pretty strong message that the current economy of the game is very unattractive for the majority of players, even for, I would guess, players who are playing just for casual entertainment, who don't run a channel as a business the way that Moonbro and I and others do. So I definitely think that this is a sign that the devs need to address ASAP. And who knows? I don't want to speculate. I'm going to speculate. I don't want to speak for Moonbro, but maybe he would come back if things changed. But that's not the point. The point is that right now, things are not in a good place if you are approaching the game from that point of view, or if you're just trying to become very strong and you're already near the end game. However, I will also address the fact that Moonbro's feelings about the game don't necessarily have to resonate with you, and that's okay. I'll just say that again. The way Moonbro feels, the way I feel about the game, doesn't have to be the way you feel about the game, because you might be at a completely different point in your journey in the game. You might play the game for completely different reasons. And so you're not pushing to be the best. You're not pushing to get these new tier 4s. You're just enjoying the game for whatever it brings you, whatever joy it brings you. You're building the characters you want, etc., etc. So you could still be having a blast in this game. And my video right now and Moonbro's video and other rants that I've done in the past, they might feel very unknown to you and very strange. Like, why are these guys struggling so much? Just have fun. Just chill and have fun. And that brings me to my next point. A lot of you are probably wondering, Alex, why haven't you gotten burnt out on the game? Why haven't you quit? You've been here the longest, and yet you still make videos. Are you a Netmarble agent? Well, no, I'm not a Netmarble agent, but I think the difference, there's two differences. I'll be very honest here. The two differences that set me apart from other MFF content creators for why I haven't quit. One, I have a much larger audience. So having a much larger audience means that I'm able to make a lot more money. Again, I don't want to speak for any other content creator, but just from what I know about the YouTube algorithm and what I know about the number of views that other content creators get, there's no way of covering the discrepancy, right? And I'm not saying that they don't deserve more views or anything like that. I'm not trying to say anything negative at all, but I'm just saying I'm lucky to have been in a position where I was, you know, I built up this audience that I have, and I have you watching to thank for that. And basically all of you watching have basically, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? You wanted more MFF content from me, so you watched my videos. Watching my videos for years allowed me to continue making videos to this day, and it will continue to allow me to make videos. So even though I may be going through periods of time in the game where I'm not having fun, the fact that I'm able to make a living and I have a steady income from the channel means that I can still pump out content. So that may not be the case for Moonbro, and he may be in some sort of financial situation that makes it more difficult for him to continue to make content. And again, that sort of lends back to the thing I said at the beginning, where there's a disconnect between casual fans and content creators, where they're saying, oh, just make the videos you want to make, or just make videos, upload whenever you can. It's not really, you know, it's sort of like you're in or you're out, right? Uploading content consistently is harder than it looks, and it takes more time than it looks. On the outset, it looks very easy to do and looks very snappy and simple, but when you actually get to doing it, you know, it's going to take you weeks to just figure everything out. That's weeks of time you're never getting back. But then actually sitting down and doing it every day, that's hours of your day that's eating into your personal life that you like, time that you could be spent looking for a job or working at another job, right? So again, if Moonbro had more viewers, again, just hypothetically, speculatively speaking, if Moonbro was in the position that I'm in, I'm guessing that he might not have to quit, or he might not feel that he has to stop making content, right? And so that's one of the reasons why I've never had to quit MFF, because I've always had a steady source of viewers, which you guys, when you watch my videos, I get a fraction of a penny in the form of ad revenue, and that adds up and that stacks up over tens and hundreds of thousands of views, and then that equates to, you know, a paycheck every month from YouTube. The second reason why I have never quit the game, despite being burned out multiple times, is because I have adjusted the way that I play several times, right? Just like you adjust the knobs on your stove to give you more heat or less heat, I've gone through and I've shifted through phases of the way that I play, from being extremely meta chasing and extremely power hungry, trying to get the best of the best. You know, I'm going for rank 1 Wolverine. I'm you know, day 1, I'm getting Jean Grey. I'm spending $500 to burst, to like burn through the epic quest. We did a 24-hour live stream. And then I went through periods where I was like, you know, man, I'm just going to chill out. I'm going to have some fun. I'm not really feeling some of this new content. You know, we're just going to, hey, let's take a look at some off meta characters. Let's see if we can have some fun. Let's do some goofy stuff with Ant-Man, whatever. We're going to do some skits. You know, I am Quicksilver, whatever. So if you've watched my channel long enough, you've seen that sort of, I wouldn't call it an evolution, but it's more like a revolving sort of sphere, right? And as the sphere revolves, you see different sides, and you see, nice, awesome, Bacon, thank you. You see different sides of it, and you sort of get a different experience as it revolves. So that really is the other reason why. And sure, other content creators could do that. Probably a lot of content creators do that now. And I think staying it's not one-dimensional, but staying focused on one specific thing is probably what burns content creators out faster. Like if you're just covering ABX content, or you're just covering one piece of content, that can definitely burn you out a lot faster than if you are spreading yourself out, which is why I've, you know, at times gone back and checked out Alliance Conquest, or I've leaned more and focused on PvP, and more recently, probably the best example is balancing my cards for a hybrid set, which just allows me to do more content and to, you know, shift my focus from time to time. Because honestly, yeah, if I only did world boss content, although it is the best content in the game, it is by far the best content in this game and the most rewarding. If I only did this every single day, or almost every single day on the channel, I'd blow my brains out. I would have quit for sure. Absolutely. So I intentionally, at the detriment of some viewers or some subscribers or whatever, I intentionally shifted my focus, right? We used to focus a lot on Shadowlands, that shifted. We focus now, you know, we focus sometimes on squad battle or timeline battle or dispatch or story mode. That is all by design, because I know that mobile games, like Moonbro says in his video, end up feeling like a chore, and end up feeling like you're just logging in for that dopamine hit of your new rewards. And then you, after 30 minutes, an hour, it wears off. So then you get bored, you log off, and then next day that cycle begins again, right? You have to consciously break that cycle for yourself. Otherwise you get stuck in it, and then it can absolutely lead to burnout and desires to quit and all that kind of stuff. So Moonbro raises a lot of good points in his video. And I've just been lucky enough to, and I've I guess, you know, added some of my own 2 IQ points when I rub my 2 last brain cells together, to avoid some of that burnout, because I saw it coming, you know, and I saw it in other content creators and other games, and I sort of shifted gears and sort of did things differently to avoid that. But that second part about shifting gears and doing different things on the channel, that's only possible because of you watching. So at the end of the day, I have you and only y'all to thank for that. I would not be here, and I would not be in the lucky position that I'm in if it weren't for you. Your views are literally what built and continue to maintain this channel, so thank you so much. As for Moonbro, I have a piece of advice, bro. Unfortunately, I tried to get into contact with you through various channels like Discord and stuff, and I wasn't able to. And I don't know if that was intentional or accidental, but it's past now. It's gone. But I would suggest for you, if you do want to do other content, because he does state in his video that he still really likes video games and stuff like that, but mobile games are not his thing anymore because of the heavy price tag associated with microtransactions, and I totally understand that. But he is interested in perhaps coming back in some form and doing video, like PC games or console games, or non-mobile video games, right? So my advice to you, if it isn't already painfully clear because of the analytics when you upload anything that's not MFF related, you basically can't upload it on your main channel. And this is also a tip for any of you watching that may be YouTubers or may know people who are YouTubers who still have sort of up and coming careers in YouTube or on YouTube. The way that the algorithm works, once you upload enough content of a certain type onto a channel, that channel basically gets labeled for that content. So if I upload anything that's not MFF, my analytics, my views just get crucified, which is why I went through the trouble and the time of making second channels. And so I actually, originally this channel wasn't even for Marvel Future Revolution. If you go back far enough, it was for 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross. I killed the channel. I basically stopped uploading on purpose. If you see here, this video is from October 2020. I waited almost a full year before I uploaded again on June 2021. Almost a full year. And that allowed the YouTube algorithm to reset and allowed me to re-establish what the channel was about. You can do this, but those are basically the only 2 ways to go about it. So in Moonbro's case, what I'm saying is he has 2 options if he wants to continue doing YouTube. He either creates a second channel, okay, that he has to then build up for non-MFF content, or he has to not upload on this channel for, I would say, at least 4 months. 6 months is better. Again, I did it for almost a year. It worked for me. I would probably say like 3 to 6 months is probably like the sweet spot. And then he could start uploading other content here, and he would be able to sort of rebrand his channel. But I would caution him against immediately uploading new content to this channel, or very soon after uploading new content with a different game and a different focus. Because honestly, I tried it. I tried it, and it was a disaster for me. It may not be the same for Moonbro. I obviously can't see the future, but I tried uploading some Hearthstone videos. I even tried uploading like Marvel Spider-Man, right? And you think, oh, it's a Marvel game, people are definitely going to watch that. Nope. There's more views on it now, but nope. Completely dead. Nothing. You know? So, it really is difficult to branch out as a YouTuber. It's very difficult. 3,000. It's very difficult. And unfortunately, that's just the nature of the beast. And you kind of got to roll with the punches. So, yeah. Very sad that Moonbro is leaving. And I wish him the best, all the best, whatever he's doing and wherever he goes and all that good stuff. We were very lucky to have him in the community for the time that he was there, and hopefully the devs pay very close attention to this, and hopefully Moonbro's sacrifice is not in vain, and the devs step up and update and sort of rebalance things to make it more fair. So yeah, hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think. That was a lot. It was basically just stream of consciousness. I wanted to hit y'all with that. But yeah, that's basically how it goes in YouTube land. Thanks for watching. Smash the like button. Go check out Moonbro. Give him some likes. Give him some views. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.